What's up everyone, Ronnie Chalvis here, and I often get asked the question, how do I start parkour? Well, let me ask you the question, when did you stop doing parkour? Because the first time you did parkour was when you either learned how to walk or to crawl. Now you might be wondering, well, how is doing those things parkour? Well, parkour is your body's natural way of overcoming physical obstacles. And so when you had to get from one point to another, your body learned how to walk or crawl to overcome that obstacle of travel. As kids, we would continue to explore our body's capabilities through running and jumping and climbing and balancing. We would have playgrounds where we could utilize all those movements and just continually exploring what our limits were, what we were capable of, and overcoming our fears. But somewhere along the line, we slowly stopped doing that. We stopped playing, we stopped exploring. We lost our inner childhood's desire to explore our environment and discover what our bodies were capable of. So the first thing you should do to start doing parkour again is to have the desire. And I assume if you're watching this video, you already have some sort of desire. The next step is to connect with your inner child's imagination to play, explore, and progress. So once you have those two things in place, it's time to pick up where you last left off. Examine your body and see where you are currently at. Can you walk? Can you run? Can you jump? What about swinging and balance? If you can do all those things, then great, you have the basic fundamentals of human movement down. If you need to improve on any of those, well then you know what to start practicing. So now that you're familiar with basic human movement, let's take it to the next level. Now you're going to start experimenting with that movement to see how high you can jump, how far you can jump. You can even use obstacles to experiment with that. So for example, if I wanted to jump over this, I have the risk of actually clipping my feet, and so to do this safely in the beginning, I can use my hands to help control myself getting over the obstacle. And now I'm doing a vault. There's a wide variety of techniques and vaults you can use to actually get over this obstacle. For you, I want you to experiment with your own body. What is the comfortable, most natural way for you to get over this? For some people, it may just be stepping over. Other people may want to just jump it. It's up to you to decide and to learn how your body naturally overcomes this obstacle, and then as you learn that, you can slowly progress into other variations and faster ways to overcome it or flashy ways to overcome it. But the most important thing to prioritize is safety, so that as you're learning these moves, as you're experimenting with the obstacles, you're always focusing on body control and how you can do it in the most safe manner, and then from there you can progress and do more advanced moves. You'll also find that everyone does parkour a little bit differently because we all have different body types. So be creative and find your own style. Just remember that parkour is based on natural progression. It's an evolution of movement. The professionals you see on YouTube didn't just one day go out and try those crazy jumps, those huge tricks. They took time to practice and train, and it was a cycle of progression. For those people who don't do that, they're more likely to get injured, and they're not going to be able to sustain their bodies in the long run. It's not worth it if you're training and you don't take safety precautions and then you get injured and you can't train for weeks or even months depending on how serious the injury. So in all your training, remember to train safely. And your natural body's progression in learning these moves will help you stay safe because you're keeping it within what your body is learning and coordinated and able to do. And then as your body's coordination progresses, you're able to progress to harder moves and be safe and comfortable learning those things. A couple other ways that you can incorporate safety into your training is to invite friends to come train with you. That way you can help each other out and even spot each other to make sure you don't fall and hit the ground trying a new move. And also, if it feels necessary, you can even find gymnastics gyms or places where there's padding and places to learn more difficult moves. Even though those places aren't necessary for the basic parkour moves, it can be helpful for you in overcoming fears. My final safety tip is to learn recovery movements such as the forward roll, the backwards roll, and quadrupedal movements. Training these things often will help them become instinctive in your movements so that if you ever fall, you're able to use these to recover and prevent injuries from happening. As important as it is to be safe, parkour is also about overcoming fears. And overcoming fears is just like any other obstacle. It takes time and practice, and starting with just small things to overcome your fears, and then slowly working your way up, and over time you'll develop the ability to control your mind and overcome your fears. Just remember that fear is what helps keep you safe. but too much fear will limit your progression, so it's important to find a balance and to calculate risks properly. Overcoming fears isn't about doing dangerous things, it's about learning to control your body and mind and to incorporate safety everywhere possible. Now that we've come this far in our parkour journey, remember that there will be hard impacts and there will be things that your body isn't ready for. And that's why conditioning and exercising is so important to help strengthen your body so that you can do parkour in the long run. I personally focus on body weight exercises because those are most similar to the types of parkour movements I'm going to be doing. But I know many people who incorporate other exercises like weight training and yoga, and a whole array of exercises are out there for you to learn. It's up to you to find what you like doing and how you want to incorporate it into your parkour training. Along this path, you may have the desire to focus on efficient and effective techniques for overcoming obstacles, or you may want to explore the limits of your body through creative movements and different styles. You can even incorporate many other styles of movement into your parkour and freerunning. There are many parkour and freerunning athletes I know who incorporate gymnastics, breakdancing, capoeira, and other forms of dance and urban sports. Learn to be creative and create your own style of movement. Parkour and freerunning has been a life-changing journey for me, and I'm grateful that I can practice it every day, and I'm grateful for you, my fans, who are able to support me in doing this by watching my videos and learning parkour yourself through my tutorials. I have a long list of tutorials you can go and watch. I'll have links to those in the description as well as at the end of this video. And if there's anyone you know who you think might want to learn parkour, be sure to share this video with them. But otherwise, if you want to see more of these videos, remember to subscribe, and always train safe and have fun, and thanks for watching.